good, YouTube? Back again for another video, man. So in today's video, we got a special guest. Not so special because y'all seen him before, but we got my P80 modeled out there, Glock 17. As y'all can see, it's clear, completely clear, right? No mag. So in today's video, as seen by the title, I just want to give a few tips on how to become a better shooter. Again, how to become a better shooter. Therefore, if you're watching this video, you've probably already shot a firearm before or owned a firearm or been shooting before. So this is just how to improve it. And if y'all hear squeaking or anything, it's just the dog playing with his chew toy. That's it. So, you know, I gotta let him out so he don't be barking during the video. So yeah, so first things first, if you want to become a better shooter, the first thing is have iron sights. So this is not like, for me, my EDC or anything, so I don't have the iron sights on there. Although I should, but it was suppressor sights on there and I didn't like them, so I took them off and I put the Hollison on here. Don't do that when you're starting off. Don't start off with just a dot or any type of optic, because the battery's died. For instance, this battery is dead on this optic right now. I just found out on the way to start this video. So this battery's dead. So in the event that I need to do self-defense or anything against an animal, person, anything, I'm gonna have a harder time hitting my target because I have no sights to aim off of besides just straight barrel. Which once you've been shooting for a while, you know, most people can do it. However, you know, you're not gonna hit directly on your target that you want to pinpoint it with just the barrel, you know, unless you're just a really good shot. So that's the first thing. Have iron sights. If you can, have night sights. So let's get into it. The first things first. I'm gonna just tell y'all a few things I do for myself to practice. If you wear a holster, practice with your holster in the mirror. Make sure you have no live ammo anywhere. If you really want to be safe, put your live ammo. If you got a safe, lock it up. All live ammo, your EDC mag, everything. Lock it all up. Put it in another room. You know, anywhere where you cannot make the mistake of putting one in the chamber, because it happens. You know, it happens. So you just don't want to make that mistake. It's a costly mistake that can be avoided. So just try to put it in another place. That's the number one thing. No live ammo when training in a place that's outside of a range or anything. You know, this is at home training. So that's what I do. I lock my live ammo up until I need it, or until I'm done training. So I wear my holster in the mirror and I just practice pulling out. No pun intended. I just practice drawing my firearm a few times, drawing, holding target, just a few times, and then sometimes if I want to get it like a, how do I put it, where unexpected draw, I'll set a timer on my phone. Like sometimes I just put the timer, you know, I got iPhone, so you just swipe them and the numbers just, you feel me? So I'll just do that and then start it without looking at it, so I don't know when the timer's going off, and I just sit there and I wait, or I'll be on my phone or anything like that. So that's one way. The thing I want to talk about is, which really should have been the first, because if you don't know how to do this, then the first part that I mentioned is really pointless. Is how to hold the gun. So again, with clear, you want to put it in your dominant hand, finger off the trigger until you're ready. So you want to put your finger right here, never on the slide, because that slide pinch hurts. Like if you get caught between that, this is just metal, so that's gonna hurt your hand. Let me go ahead and close this up. You want to put your hand right here, get you a good grip around the frame, and then your other hand, your non-dominant hand, is gonna go like this. Like put your knuckles into your knuckles is how I do it. And then try to get an angle where y'all can see, then just shift it to where you want your other thumb like right here on the slide release almost. So But it's all about how it's comfortable for you. So that's just how I do it. So my hands look like this when I shoot. So that's me. There's different ways to do it. However you want to do it, feel comfortable. Main things, just make sure your finger not on the trigger. You got a good grip. And then the next thing is when you're on the trigger. So a lot of people got a habit of doing this, where your finger's barely on the trigger. You want your finger all the way on the trigger so you can do a complete pull. Because what happens a lot of times is you'll do this and it'll tilt the gun a little bit. And it's such a minor thing that a lot of people don't even realize it. Then another thing is you don't want too much on the trigger, because when you're pulling it, like, I don't know if y'all can see how the gun is tilting, but I'm pulling it, but it's going to the side because I'm pulling. So you want your finger like right in the middle of this part. So it's like you can just get a complete pull back. So like this, I'm just pulling straight back. So that's another big thing. Then after you get your aim or your, I guess, handling right, grip right, your stance, however you want to call it, is you want to lock your arms. So you want to lock your arms like this. And y'all see how I can see right there. So a lot of people close their eye like this. Once you, you can start off like that, but once you want to improve, you want to keep both eyes open. Because then your non-dominant eye is naturally going to see your target, and the eye that you're aiming with is going to be on the sights. So another thing is a common mistake that I see, and I still don't understand to this day. Don't aim with your right arm dominant looking through your left eye. That's just crazy. Now, some people can do it, but I don't recommend it. That's just me. Another common mistake I see is when people aim, they move their head to match the gun when it should be the other way around. Once you get your body locked in and your stance looking down range, your head should never move. You bring the gun up to you. Now, don't do all this where you're trying to find your sights. You keep it straight and you bring the gun to your eye sights. Not doing all this bobbing and weaving. Like, bring the gun to you. And 9 times out of 10, if your stance is right, your hands are straight out, and you're doing that, you're going to hit your target, especially with iron sights. Now, again, it all depends on how far you're shooting out. If you're a beginner shooter, you want to test your aim accurately. I would suggest 10 to 15 yards, especially considering if you're carrying a firearm for self-defense purposes. Most of those happen within 5 to 8 feet. So they're going to be like in arm's reach. That's like 80% of shootouts if I remember the statistics. So you really don't need to go too far if you're carrying a handgun for self-defense. I really feel like that's all with a handgun. You follow those basic steps, then you pretty much set. It's not too much more that can go into it. The only other thing is recoil, but that's going to depend on the caliber bullet that you're shooting and the type of gun. For instance, this gun is imported, so it's going to have more recoil. This gun doesn't have a compensator, so it's going to have more recoil. I also shoot hollow tips out of this, so that's more recoil. So, but on the other side of that, it's not a compact. It's not a 17 long. However, it still has a pretty nice slide on it to allow that gas and everything to get out. So the recoil isn't going to be too crazy in general. So another way to combat the recoil is when you're holding it and you hold it tight after you shoot, go ahead and reset. So for instance, if I pull the trigger, boom, it's gonna go up a little bit, but I'm anticipating that recoil, so I'm already ready for it. So I'm right back on target right when the recoil goes. So then by that time, it's gonna reset and you're already still back on target. So boom, back, boom, back. So don't let the gun do all this. control the gun, and then it should just be like this. Nothing too crazy. And that's if you're shooting fast. If you're shooting slow, it probably won't even do that. Again, it's not about how fast you can shoot, it's about how accurate you can shoot. Of course, you want to speed it up sometimes because in a situation where you do have to defend yourself, then you want to be able to get it done quickly. So with all that being said, practice with your EDC, and practice at home. They got, what's it called? Snap caps, I think it is. Little fake rounds that you can put in a magazine. They don't fire, of course, but you can chamber them. And then once you get comfortable with those, you can go to the range and mix those in with live rounds to work on getting jams and everything out. They got things on Amazon and other places where it's like a laser that you, bore sight laser that you put into your gun, and you can actually shoot a target in your house. Like, it's like a little thing. Some got it where it's an app on the phone. Like, it's a lot of ways you can practice at home. I'm just showing y'all the way I practice, because my thing isn't really aiming. Mine is a quick draw, so that's what I work on. However, you know, just figure out what you need to work on. And like I said, if you have trouble holding your gun, there's a lot of different things you can do. Like for the Glocks, they come with beaver tails. You can add those. If the gun is too small for your hands, you can add a grip. They got freaking thumb rest that you can add. It's pretty much everything you can add to do what you need to do. You just gotta find what works for you. Not gonna lie, that was low key bars. Let me know if I should become a rapper again, but y'all don't know that side of me. Not gonna lie though, it was trash. That's why I stuck with YouTube. But that's not important right now. So yeah, man, that's the three main things. So 1, make sure there's no live ammo around. 2, make sure you got a good handle on the gun. And 3, don't move to the gun. Make sure you move the gun to you. And again, I feel like I shouldn't have to mention this. However, it probably needs to be mentioned. Don't point your gun at nothing that you don't intend to kill or destroy. So if you're going to be practicing at a wall, make sure it's not towards your neighbors or to your little brother room or nothing like that. Because like I said, mistakes happen, man. Like, point it in a safe direction. If you can't find one in your house, then maybe you just need to practice at the range or go outside to a safe place. And yeah, so like I said, this is not instructions on what to do or how to do it. This is just tips on how I got better at aiming and shooting. So with all that being said, man, make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. Comment if I missed anything, because sometimes when y'all not being keyboard warriors, y'all actually do drop some pretty good gems. So if I miss anything or it's anything y'all feel like I should mention in another video or anything, let me know, man. Just comment it. You don't gotta be all crazy or rude or nothing like that. Just let me know, bro. It's that simple. But that's all I got for y'all, man.